Okay, y'all. So apparently on Instagram, this MCU base account is dropping spoilers for the upcoming Ant-Man and Wasp and Quantumania film coming out early next year. And that's going to begin phase 5 of the MCU. And we know that Kang has a major role in that film. So before I go any further, I will be discussing these spoilers right now in this video. If you don't want to be spoiled, do not watch this video. The movie's coming out in a couple months, and it is what it is. Don't know if these are accurate. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm going to read them and give you my thoughts on whether or not, it's accurate. I'm excited for the movie. I'm excited to see more of Kang the Conqueror. Like, there's things that I want to see that I'm excited for. So let's go ahead and get to it here. Again, MCU based on Instagram. Rumor, watch out, spoilers ahead. Here we go. This is the plot of Ant-Man 3. Janet will be running from quantum realm aliens when she meets Kang. There's a montage of Scott narrating his life via an excerpt from his book, Looking Out for the Little Guy. Scott talks about how happy he was to meet a raccoon that could talk, a raccoon that could talk, like a raccoon. He says he's friends with the Hulk. Yeah, the big story here is that Ant-Man let his fame from like Endgame get to his head. That seems to be the story here. Talking about future adventures, Scott says that for the moment he's just focused on being a dad. Scott and Cassie reconnecting is a big part of the movie. Scott, Cassie, Hope, Hank, Janet are separated into two groups after getting stuck into the quantum realm by Cassie's device. So she's the one responsible. Scott tries to calm Cassie down by saying being in the quantum realm is like camping. We see a whole civilization living in the quantum realm. That's in the trailer. We've seen that in the trailer. We see Hank and Janet surfing giant flying stingrays. There's a quantum realm cantina bar with Bugman bartenders. Total Star Wars stuff here. Billy Murray's Krylar is a quantum realm, or Bill Murray, not Billy, Bill Murray, bro. Yeah, he's in the movie. Is a quantum realm aristocrat who's hinted to have had a fling with Janet while she was stuck there. Some buildings appear to be alive in the quantum realm. MODOK's described as a mechanical organized designer only for killing. Isn't that what he was in the comics? He's a big Corey Stoll head. Corey Stoll, okay. We get to know Kang's backstory. Janet and Kang were both trapped in the quantum realm together in the past. This is new information. He has a ship that can travel the multiverse. Janet and he were fixing it. He wanted to help her fix time so she could get her time back with Hope. Interesting. I wonder if that's going to tie into Loki. That is very interesting. Janet discovered he was evil via a neural connection he had with his ship. After confronting him and confirming his nature, she destroyed the equipment that made his ship work and trapped them both deeper in the quantum realm. Kang has to be the conqueror. Kang has been the conqueror ever since. He's been looking for Janet for revenge. That's really interesting. And also, it's Jonathan Majors playing him, bro, and he's on fire. He played Kang in Loki as well. Kang tells Scott he has beaten the Avengers several times. Kang asks him if he's the one with the hammer, and Scott makes a joke about people confusing him with Thor all the time. Yeah, that trailer that leaked, I don't know if you guys saw this, but there was a trailer for Ant-Man that leaked a few weeks ago. Not the one that just dropped like last week. This was a few months ago, actually, a couple months ago. And in that trailer, there's a line where Scott confronts Kang the Conqueror, and Kang is like, "You're an Avenger? Have I killed you before?" And that line's in the movie. So there you go. Like, that's probably this scene. He wants Scott to help him get out of the quantum realm and says they should work together. Kang claims to be the only one who can stop what's coming. When Scott asks what that is, Kang simply says, "Me." He's not blue, but he has lines on his face. So this Kang appears to not be a bad guy. There's another Kang that's worse, just like in the Loki show. I'm wondering if that's actually the case, or maybe he's just messing with him. Like, lying to him. I don't know. Scott gets into the quantum nexus where he meets several different versions of himself. There's a Scott who's just a Baskin Robbins employee in the universe and doesn't understand what's going on. That could be a fun scene. Scott works with multiversal selves against MODOK. There's multiple Ant-Men. That's like the Spider-Man thing. That's pretty cool. Scott has an emotional moment with Cassie saying he messed up a lot in his life, but she's the only thing that he never did. That he never messed up on. He promises Cassie he'll get her home. Corey Stoll's doing a voice for MODOK. There's a running joke about every one calling MODOK Darren and him hating it. Jane calls Kang by his name Nathan. Interesting. To plot his wait. Kang tells Janet that she gave him a lot of time to plot his revenge by leaving him stranded in the quantum realm. He tells her that when he leaves, the first universe he'll claim will be hers. Kang reveals he's built an empire and says he'll take it with him to conquer all the universes. This is getting heavy, bro. It's an important movie. Scott gets an all-black suit. Hope has a lightsaber wing. Interesting. Both black suits have red and yellow accents. I'm sorry, respectively. The battle is huge and reminds of the final battle from Aquaman with all of the moving pieces. I kind of see that too. We see Giant Cassie fighting MODOK. She tries to talk him into switching sides. Giant Scott and Giant Cassie run to each other to hug. Jokes about it feeling like he's hugging Godzilla. Kang has a standoff with Scott, Hope, and Cassie. Hank flies in with a legion of battle-armored ants, and they attack Kang. He manages to hold them off with his powers. That sounds cool. MODOK also shows up to help Kang. Kang fatally injures MODOK. Interesting. The family goes to MODOK's side as he dies, so he turns good by then. He rubs his tiny hand on Scott's cheek. There's an emotional moment where MODOK says Cassie was right about him and that he at least died an Avenger. I don't know about that. Scott did a good job and agrees. Kang survived the fight and stopped Scott just as they are going back to their universe. Janet, Hank, Cassie, and Hope escape. Kang beats the shit out of Scott. Hope comes back for him. They almost manage to trap Kang in the quantum realm, but he escapes and traps Scott and Hope inside. Hank guarantees Janet and Cassie that they'll find them. At the end of the movie, Hope and Scott look out for the quantum realm. Hope says to Scott that their family will be okay and that they have to trust them to find the duo. She says Cassie will know what to do. So they're trapped in the quantum realm and apparently they can't get out. And that's like the twist ending. It's not a traditional ending. It looks like they're going to be the beginning to more. It is the first movie in Phase 5, so it is the start of something new. The next scene, sometime later, Cassie's running all kinds of programs on different computers. She's staring at the screen, sees something, her eyes go wide, and she gasps, cut to black. So that's probably the post-credit scene. Okay, additional info here. It says the movie's runtime is around 2 hours and 15 minutes. Right after they get trapped, Scott and Hope hug, and he asks her why she came back. She tells him that it was because she saw all the other versions of herself too. The other lives she could have, she didn't want to be in any of them that didn't have him. That reminds me of like what happened in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, but the other way around. William Jackson Harper is not in the movie. Or he is in the movie, I'm sorry. He plays a mind-reading leader of the quantum people. His assistant is a little guy with goo head and a glass helmet. Think of Alien from Jimmy Neutron. So that's what they say. It looks like a fun movie. Kang gets out, though. Kang escapes the quantum realm, so he's out there. So I wonder if the Avengers are going to go stop him, or I wonder if they're going to cut off and wait until the Avengers movie comes out before they confront him. The Avengers movie is not coming out till what, 2025, the Kang film? So we got a couple of years left, but we'll see how it goes. What do you think about these spoilers? Let me know down below. Take care, and I'll talk to y'all soon. I thought they were okay, but I want to know more. I like where they're going with the movie so far, but what do you think? Let me know. We'll talk soon.